Start it.
Oh. Elevated radio back. We back in your motherfucking ear. We missed y'all. Y'all missed us. It's time to do it this year. What? I'm done. That's it.
That was solid.
You might actually start there.
I mean, it's going. It's recording.
We going?
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? You've locked in the Elevated Radio. I'm your host, LB. And of course, I'm accompanied by Coney and DJ Swale.
Yoni.
What's poppin'?
Yeah, we missed y'all. Season 6.
In your
Yes, sir.
Man,
how
y'all
y'all
feeling?
gang shit.
How you feeling? You good?
You know, thugging.
Thugging. That's what you said when you got the elevator. I want to know what thugging means for Coney. What does that mean?
Just living my best life, you know.
I'm living my best life.
I ain't going back and forth with you niggas.
Yeah.
TV.
So, I mean, with that being said, man. Oh, Swale, how you doing? You good?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Curfew lifted, so we out here this weekend.
Woo,
You feel
in
me?
the streets.
That is. And you was on top of it, man. I swear.
Hey.
Hey man,
I ain't even
I
know.
look up. Trust me, man. I track Roy. And that one person I track is Roy.
We in
She
the
ain't on no
streets
bullshit.
this weekend, y'all. Check us out if y'all out there too. Wear your mask though. Wear your
And the
mask.
Hornets are opening up. They just dropped their little release, their little statement. So,
You probably never been so
Game
excited to
time.
see that, huh? From the Hornets.
not for real. I mean, it's really Melo. If Melo was on the team, honestly, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, all right, but
Yeah. Well, no, you would care about whoever it was that was coming in. You would care about, you'd be like, oh, now I can go see the other team because of this other player.
Oh yeah.
go see Bron.
Yeah, see Zion. I can see Kawhi. I can see all these other people.
Oh, we seen Zion.
Yeah,
As soon as
cool.
some tickets drop.
Man, we haven't been in here since December.
I know.
So it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Any new life updates? Coney, you got another kid?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, you probably couldn't make that work in 3 months.
That'd
Huh?
have been quick.
Nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah. There could be an express.
No.
What if years in the future women have the option of like standard delivery or next day 2-day air, but it's like 2 months?
No.
Let's move.
Being pregnant is the most fun part.
Think about that. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Imagine if the government had a program?
After that, you got to actually take care of another human being. That's so ghetto.
What if the government had a program and said they had a pill that could accelerate your pregnancy in half the time, although they're not sure of what the side effects would be, but they would cover all of your hospital expenses?
They would never do it.
What would you? No, we're not talking about never, because this technically doesn't exist. But if it did, Coney, would
no,
you
I'm
do
saying
it?
the government wouldn't, because then they would have no argument for why they pay men differently than women.
No, they need like 30 volunteers, because this is like,
What does that even mean? How did you even take that out of that?
Wait, y'all haven't heard the argument about the reason that men are paid more than women is because
just like
they,
a woman-
they don't have to take
woman
time
taking
off
the
to,
hypothetical-
like, give birth and stuff like that. Y'all haven't heard that argument? I guess not. It's okay.
I mean, I'm just still trying to.
you're trying to wonder how she got from that to this.
Yeah,
from this, right?
Yeah,
All right,
That's what I'm saying.
My mind works
Women
at
take
1,000
the
miles per hour.
hypothetical.
Like, yeah, I'm trying to understand.
That's what I'm saying. I took my hypothetical
I
and then
mean-
Coney turned it around, made her own question.
Whatever.
What?
I personally wouldn't do it.
You would do it?
No, I wouldn't do it.
And they said half the time.
No.
Half the
That's
time,
the
everything
most
paid
fun
for.
part.
4.5 months.
That's the most fun part.
I know a lot of women that would say no, it's not.
Oh, mine was fun.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I mean, besides not drinking, like,
Some days you need to drink, right?
I mean, after having a kid, you would need to drink every day. So
I was gonna say-
I'd rather.
What point in time, like how soon after you had Daniel did you get a drink?
Probably like 3 months after that, because 4 months after that, because I was breastfeeding. So I couldn't drink when breastfeeding as well. So
Shout out Dan.
Okay.
Dan the man.
Yeah. So as always, we're gonna run down a lot of social pop culture topics that we've seen throughout the week. If this is the first time you're listening, however, you know what to do. You don't know what to do because it's the first time. So you're gonna hit that subscribe button. You're gonna leave a review. Make sure you talk nice.
talk to me nice.
You're gonna follow the page at
Oh.
Elevated Days _ place the YS with the ZE, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
Period.
Now, again, it's been a minute.
Yeah. What y'all been doing? What y'all do for Valentine's Day?
That's where we starting going. How interesting that we're starting with this topic.
LB, I want to know what you did.
You want to know what I did, huh? I want to know what y'all did.
I went to dinner. With my friend Jayla.
Cody, like, and we can't even tell the viewers why this is funny. Yeah, Cody Cody went way into the deep end. This is like when you do when you're media trained and you tell like somebody you're representing you're a publicist, you're telling yourself like, hey, that. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this.
Talk about
right?
this. First thing
they might throw you these curveballs, don't answer it, right? And then as soon as you walk in there, all right, fine, I'll tell you. What I did this time is I allowed the woman to decide what we were doing. Usually in my background's in event management, so I love doing like the whole planning thing. That's like something that I'm passionate about. My love language is gifts, so I think very methodically into everything that goes into that process.
Aww.
Everything down to what the gift is going in, to how it's being delivered, to the timing, to who's involved, like all of that stuff. So for this time, and it's a bittersweet thing because it's something also that gets you in trouble because the other person feels it like pressure because you're good at executing certain things. So
Question,
you want
before you finish, is this just a personal trait or is this like a Leo trait?
I can't speak for Leos. I don't know. And I'm not really deep into that.
I need to know that.
It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing.
I need to know if that's a Leo trait.
It's a real
I don't know.
thing.
I'm like a what is it? It's like a Libra, like rising or whatever the thing is. So if that's helpful too, I don't know. That
like
mix.
In the cusp?
No. I'm not in the cusp. But you know how there's like a rising. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know how that works.
You have like a rising in one zodiac sign and the sun setting in other.
I don't want to sound because it'll kill me, but I don't really know too deep into that life. I just downloaded an app one time because someone mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm a Libra rising, or whatever that means. There's another one, but I'm not sure. Anyway, the point is, I don't know if that's the case. I just know I've always been passionate in that sort of process. So with that being said, I kind of, took a step back and I was like, and it was her idea. I said, go ahead, plan the whole thing. Like, I'm completely fine with that.
Smooth.
So I would love to do that.
Yeah. So we ended up going to the melting pot.
I've been there.
I'd never been there before. I never knew that you had to fucking cook your whole meal.
Yeah, it's solid though. I mean, I like that.
No.
It's dope though.
I love the experience. It was just the irony that,
You paying all that money to cook your own shit?
Well, it's the irony of you taking the step back to allow the planning to happen for you, but you still have to do something. But no, I loved it, and you know what I'm saying. Like I appreciate the fact that she was very thoughtful and everything that took place. But I appreciated the experience because again, I had never experienced it before, and that's difficult to find sometimes because again, there's a bitter sweetness to it when. I do events for a living. I've seen a lot of things. I've planned a lot of things, if not personally, professionally. So it, not even to harp on or like brag, but it's like there's not a lot I haven't seen. So for me not going to the melting pot before, I didn't know what to expect, and I've never had an experience. It was like almost like a cooking date. You know what I'm saying? So
she took you on a little date, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, so it was dope. I'm definitely, and I'm also one of those people where it's if you did some shit, I'm about to go in my bag next time.
Oh, go in the bag. I like.
We need to normalize taking men on dates more.
See, here we go with this. Men always want like, oh, take me on a date, court me. Do you have a car? Do you have a car to get there, sir?
See, this is the.
Do you have clothes to go where we're going?
But this is the problem, though. You can't associate men like us to bums that y'all are talking to, because those aren't questions you can even ask me.
And you shouldn't even be waiting until this point to even ask those questions.
Yeah,
like, that's a different conversation. But once you're in your conversation, Coney, once you're in that moment, once you've committed to that person, you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
No. I definitely feel like if me and this person are in a relationship, I have no problem.
Oh yeah. See, I want to talk about. I'm saying in general.
But all right, so let's say
in the beginning.
I'm saying in general.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking you to Chima's.
Okay, so from afar, you two are talking. You've gone on not even gone on dates. You're talking about Chris. Hold on, pause.
Dun.
So I'll let you talking about from the standpoint of y'all haven't even met yet. This is the courting process.
Yeah, in general. Like I've had
but y'all know each other or don't? Like clarify that point.
Is this like beginning stages of like just starting to get to know each other?
What do you mean by court?
Oh yeah, court's the wrong word. My fault with court. Court's the wrong word. Taking out as far as like I said, not for the people that don't have cars, don't have this, don't have that. For the people who have everything, I've been in situations where we go on our first date and she takes her card out. I was like, no, I got it. Because I know you're used to always paying for girls. Let me get you.
Yeah, he got the Lexus, you got the Toyota, but you don't care. You gonna pay anyway.
That's real. Obviously, we did more than just.
Hey, Coney said.
Obviously, we did more than just eat. Like we did something else afterwards, and I paid for that, of course. But it was just like the principle. We're doing multiple things during the day. You took the initiative to pay first. I was like,
I mean, I think it depends, right? So if this is my first date with a guy, right? And if we're just going to like do dinner, or we're just going to do like putt or something,
right?
Putt.
I'm not paying first.
Little top golf.
Just not me. That's just my personal thing. Yeah, now if we're going to putt, and then we're gonna go to dinner, and then we might go get drinks after. Then of course, I would be like, nah, don't worry about. I'm gonna pay for something on the date. If we're doing multiple things,
I'm just saying, I'm looking at you different.
I'm not doing it for like if we just doing one thing, because majority of the time you've asked me out. Now if I ask the guy to go out, then I'm gonna pay.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying. If it's one thing, I agree with you. But if it is multiple things, which sometimes it is, more times than not, might be multiple things. We'll say pre-pandemic, because right now everything's kind of funny. So let's say, dinner and a movie, dinner and putt, whatever, dinner and bowling, paying first for that first activity. I'm looking at you different. That's a game changer.
So you're saying
you got your shit together. You're not looking at me.
She should pay for the first thing.
I'm not saying she should, but I'm just saying I'm looking at you different when you do. Like,
so it's like a plus points for her.
Plus points. And when we go to the movie, we getting that large.
Oh, he got a large.
Kind of like what LB said. Like LB said, you know what I'm saying? You do something first, it's kind of like, okay, cool. I got you. Okay. That's what we doing.
I can respect
you paying
that.
first?
I got
you.
That.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely respect.
I mean, it also depends. Like, if I'm really vibing with you, I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it.
I'm looking at you different.
So, Coney, how far into the conversation, into the dating process, do you have to wait until you, maybe even from experience or just hypothetical, until you get to the point where you're like, I want to do this? And a lot of that probably has to do with
you said
how you feel about the person. Or what? No. Like, have you been in those situations where you felt like you just want to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about that. Like, what clicks for that to happen?
For me, it's not a time limit. For me, I've always been a person who goes off vibes and energy. That's just been me. So there are some things where I'm just not doing first. Like, I'm not like, if we're meeting at the restaurant, okay, cool, and we walk up to the restaurant door. If you don't open my door, I'm already like, all right. Negative here. And if we go into like a nice restaurant, if you don't pull my chair out, all right, negative here. Oh. So it's just like things.
So let's pause
add up for me.
Wait a minute.
You still do the pull out chair thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Damn. I'm glad
I'll be honest.
I'm glad we always been friends.
I feel like, listen, because I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a small gesture that, like you said, a woman paying first is plus points. A man opening the door for me, a man pulling on my chair, plus points.
I guess it depends for me. It depends who walks first. Obviously, I'm going to open your door going into the restaurant, but whoever's following the waitress first. So if I'm following her and we get to our table, then I'll probably pull your chair and be like, you sit here. But if you're in front of me, it's kind of like, sit where you want to sit. Yeah. So I feel that.
Well, a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting. I'll be 100% transparent. I don't typically, in my head, pull the chair out. Yeah, but I think it's more so of she beats me to the chair because I'm usually following.
So yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like it's more like a you go first, right? You know what I'm saying, I got you type of thing.
So I think that's what happens. I mean? So I think for a lot of women,
I wait.
Okay, well then that's different. I think that's different though, because if you're waiting for that initiative, cool. But I'm not necessarily gonna pull my ACL trying to, chase you down.
But we also know too, Coney is more of a male than a female. So Coney would probably follow the guy to the table like, nah, you go first. I'm gonna follow you, nigga.
Coney smacks him on the ass like, oh yeah,
let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I will say this, like if
I'm a walking bucket.
Nice. If I'm already at the restaurant, then obviously I'm not gonna wait outside, or I'm not gonna wait in my car for you to get there just so you can, pull my chair out. Like, I'm gonna go in and sit down. But if we arrive at the same time, or if we're riding together, then I expect those certain things, like for my door to be open, for my chair to be pulled out.
Okay, well, scenario though. Hold on, quick scenario then. So let me ask you this then. Walk into the car, you expect him to open your door?
If we walk into my car?
His car. Why would open your door? Your car. That's crazy. That's wild. Don't answer that question. That's wild. That's crazy.
I mean,
walking to my car.
Okay,
you want me to open?
We're riding. We're riding together.
Yes, in my car.
Yeah.
Okay. Bam. What if I don't have the little, little key thing? So I had to open my door first, even to lock your door. So you want me to run all the way around the car?
Oh my God.
You don't have to run. You can walk. I'm patient.
So you're just waiting there.
You got All Reliable with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How far back you got to go to have them type of cars though? That's an old car, right?
At this
What
point,
you mean?
That's an old car if you got to do all that, right?
No, I'm saying like your little
like the
you say
battery
if it's
there
not
or
working?
the
something?
batteries that you have to open it. Yeah, no, I know. Not what you're talking about. I know what you're saying. Nah,
I mean,
I'm just saying like
I said, I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Like,
I think that's crazy if you're sitting outside my car door, just standing there. All right, because you're gonna be standing
I don't
there.
think it's crazy.
Let me ask this last question, Coney. If you're stuck on the side of the road, are you gonna and your man's not with you, but you know that based on the area you're at, he's 5 minutes away. Let me get the whole question out.
Okay.
Are you going to get out and fix your flat tire yourself, or are you gonna call him to show up? He's 5 minutes away. Are you gonna call him to come out there and replace your tire? I just want to know.
It depends on where am I going. Like, do I have like a dress on or something, or I just got regular clothes on?
Okay, I guess that is fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just regular clothes.
That's fair.
I mean, I know how to change my own tires.
So you're going to I'm asking this literally, like you're stuck on the side of the road, but you know that you're around his neighborhood. You may have even just came from his house. Are you gonna call him? Or are you gonna change it yourself?
Okay, so that changes. If I have just came from his house, I'm gonna call him.
That's fair.
Okay.
You just live.
You know?
I mean, that's fair.
But you know what I want to hear? I want to hear. Nah, I got it.
No, I said
Roll
like
my sleeves up.
If I have on regular clothes, like I know how to change my own tire, I'll do it.
Yeah, but
if I just left his house, I'm calling him.
Oh, come 5 minutes up the road.
More than likely, we done did some business, so bring your ass down the street.
Yeah, don't call me.
And to answer
fix it.
And to answer your question before,
Answer
Leah,
Coney.
it just occurred to me. Leos are also we're pleasers by nature. So with that being said, then yes, it probably a lot of Leos, it probably does align with being thoughtful through the whole gift giving process, because we're very much because one of the things that I did pick up that I read that kind of coincides with me is that we're pleasers. So it's not even about getting that satisfaction in real time based on your reaction. We get the fulfillment knowing that we went through all of these measures to give that to you.
Aww.
So that's where the real enjoyment is.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But you know why women, it's funny.
Here we
Y'all
go.
women ask
Here we
about
go.
No. It's just hilarious because you women, this is leading into the next topic, but it's short segue. You guys do all this stuff about equality and everything, but then you give the equalizer role to like Queen Latifah.
I saw that. What a trailer.
First of all, did y'all watch The Equalizer?
No.
Oh, you talking about the movie?
Neither one of y'all?
The movie, yeah.
Yeah, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Queen
One and two.
Latifah is the star equalizer in the TV series.
But is it the same storyline?
No.
Like as far as like the
It
fighting, like
doesn't-
the action and all that?
To be honest, does it matter?
Maybe, because he was doing some crazy shit. Now, if she's doing
That's
that,
my point.
I don't know. Hey, if she's doing ham,
Wait, when's the last time you saw Queen Latifah?
It's been a minute.
I set it off.
Queen Latifah,
Like,
bro, she's
nah, I don't know. It's been a minute.
somebody online was like, look like somebody's auntie that like knows karate.
No, like for real. Why did they dress her like that?
Why did they pick her? Like, look, I love Queen Latifah, right? It
Legend.
has nothing to do with my affinity towards her.
Goats.
But you mean to tell me, and I'm all for the diversification of a role. Like, if you're going to give that role to a woman, I don't have a problem with that. My problem is, of all the athletic women that or just the women that maybe fit that mold of the Equalizer and what that embodies. Even Denzel, we were hesitant at because we were like, oh, your old ass is still doing all this.
You know what I'm saying? Smooth though.
He was smooth, but he's Denzel, so you let it slide because it's Denzel. But at the same time, even then, we were like, all right, we're giving you this because you're Denzel. But usually, like, you're at that age. Nah, that's like when Bruce Willis keeps trying to do these Die Hard movies. You're just like, all right, bro, just give it up.
It's the same storyline.
Yeah, but my thing is, of all the people, you mean to tell me they picked Queen Latifah?
Who would you have picked?
I wouldn't have done the show. It's a movie.
Angela Bassett.
You know what I'm saying?
Regina King. Like there are black women that I see fitting that role from an athletic standpoint, from an attitude standpoint. Queen Latifah, like, yeah, she barks and she can get rough with you, but she gonna jump you. She gonna chase you from like building top to building top, or like
she ain't no Regina.
Suplex you. And I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about, give me some.
I just don't see her as that type of warrior.
Nah,
that's all I'm saying.
I think it shouldn't have been a show, period, just in general. It's a movie. You know what I'm saying? That's a
big thing though nowadays. I mean, like they're flipping a lot of the movies.
I mean, it has to make sense though. Like these, like the superhero stuff,
Lethal Weapon.
There's certain stuff that makes sense, but Equalizer is not it's not a franchise. They made two.
Yeah.
Bad Boys, even Bad Boys has a TV show. So it's a spinoff. A lot of people didn't peep it. And Doria was watching it one time, so I caught it. But technically, so do you know that cop show that has Gabrielle Union and
oh yeah, I saw that. What are you talking about?
So that's actually a spinoff TV show pulled from the movie of Bad Boys.
Which is spinoffs are fine, but still, not the same exact.
I think she's still the same character that she was in Bad Boys 2. But she's a cop.
Yeah, she had a Wade joke in there. I don't know what episode that was.
Oh yeah. He was like, I can get you Laker tickets. I know a guy. And she was like, nah, I'm a Heat fan. I know a guy.
Smooth. That was smooth though. That was smooth. Spinoffs not bad. I don't mind. I mean, not all spinoffs are good, first of all, but spinoffs I don't mind. But don't take literally the movie title and make it a show. That's crazy.
So there's a movie. Speaking of movies, there's a movie I wanted to see. I wanted to talk about. I've already seen it. But Swale obviously hasn't seen it, I'm sure, to this point. And I don't know if Coney saw it because she wasn't engaged in the group chat.
A movie?
I'm sorry, what movie was
Malcolm and Marie.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I'm not watching that shit.
Oh, my God.
What is that?
What is that? Right.
Well, first of all, let me start with Swale. Like, why is it after the kind of spill I gave, you still don't have a interest in watching it?
I think you were just too late, man. So I watched the trailer. So first of all, I seen it on Twitter.
Trailer means what?
I seen it on Twitter first.
Okay.
And Twitter, you know what I'm saying, the reason why I watch a lot of stuff. So I was like, okay, they're talking about it. I don't know what they're talking about. Let me go see what they're talking about. Trailer, no. And then I had a couple of people who I know watched it. So I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying, be honest, how is it? They didn't like, and they were girls too. They didn't like it. None of them liked it.
Nah.
What is it about again? I'm sorry.
But I'm saying, I guess my point is we have a lot of conversations about shows, right? And we have a lot of in-depth conversation. And, I'm not tooting my own horn here, but we align on a lot of things as far as shows and like the direction and the purpose and like the backstory, everything that kind of builds into it, right? I obviously don't want to elaborate on this movie too much because obviously neither one of you have seen it. But what I'm saying is it's the most honest movie I've seen as of late.
What is it on?
You can't compare it really to another movie. It's on Netflix. Okay. You're talking about two really incredible actors. You're talking about Zendaya. You're talking about John David Washington. Right? Denzel's
my guy.
Right?
Should I give him
so cinematically, what I love about this movie so much is it gives the very raw dynamic to a relationship as far as the argument stage, as far as how you communicate in an argument, how it gets to a point where sometimes in arguments you're looking to just win the conversation, so you are willing to say anything that is going to get under the skin of the other person. And that vulnerableness of the movie and the authenticity of the movie is what makes it so powerful. But then not just that, but they actually have dialogues and conversations that are talking about some real shit. And the secondary conversation that comes out of this movie is black people involved in cinematography. So it talks about, the fact that when you're watching a black film, white people try to make it political as opposed to making it a movie. And there's that power, there's that dynamic that they actually get into. It is an hour and a half of an argument. It is.
Yeah.
But what it is for a lot of people, it's not a movie for couples to watch. It's not a movie of, let's see this traditional storyline of the plot and the climax. And it's not that type of movie. What I see it as is an hour and a half of an authentic dialogue that strips down an authentic relationship. Relationships that we see in Hollywood are not real. You're not going to run down to the airport to say something that's going to keep the person you love in the city that you're in. You're not going to you're not going to jump. Yeah, you're not going to jump in front of a taxi to stop them from accepting that job in another country. And you just want, that's not real. Exactly. That's not real. So what I appreciate about the movie and what I love about the movie is that it strips it down to a very, very, very realistic relationship. And the interesting dynamic is when you're watching it, you start picking apart parts of yourself that perpetuate some of the toxicness from the arguments. We've all been in situations where we're mad and we say some shit just to say it.
We've all been.
That's what I'm saying.